Hi, hello, or whatever. Hey y'all, welcome to Vlogtober day 7. We are a full week down, a full week into Vlogtober. As you can see, we are in a little bit different setting, but it's okay because if you recall from Vlogtober day 1, we are not making any excuses this month. Any excuses. We're gonna get it done regardless. So for today's video, it's gonna be something a little different. I don't think I've seen this video anywhere before. I don't know, but I have just throughout my time, really since I've had the iPhone, so that's been probably since I've been about like 19 or 20, I've just written down things that I have learned through life after I've gone through whatever I went through, whatever lesson I learned at the end of that. I just wrote it down. I'm someone who journals kinda on my phone. I journal on my phone, so you know, if you get into my phone, you kind of have the key to hear and discussing some of the lessons that I've learned so far in my 20s. So I'm only 23, y'all, and it's been a long time coming. Okay, I'm only 23 and it feels like I've got problems of a 30-year-old's, but your girl has prevailed. I've learned, and these are the things I've learned, and I'm going to share with y'all. They may change over time. You know, I don't necessarily live by these things. I still give everybody a fair chance in life, but let's just get into the video. The first one is, everybody is selfish. And by selfish, I just mean living solely for self. I was just always super nice, super helpful, super friendly. Whenever I could be, whenever I did have the resources to help out, I would. Whether it was my time, my money, my whatever the case, my other resources from people that I know. And people, I wouldn't get that back. Like a lot of my relationships, friendships, whatever, it wasn't reciprocal as far as the energy wasn't reciprocated. And you know, like, it would hurt my feelings, like, well, I do all this for you, you know, why wouldn't you do that for me? But not everyone is built how you're built. Not everyone does everything in the same way. You know, it doesn't necessarily make them a bad person because they don't do what you would do. You got to just be more aware of yourself. You have to know, like, either you're doing this because it makes you happy and you just like doing nice things for people, or if you're doing this to get a reaction out of them, or if you're doing this because they're going to be so grateful and happy, then you might end up mad because not everybody responds to things in the same way. So you just have to live doing things that make you happy. And if doing nice things for people makes you happy and puts a smile on your face, helps you sleep at night, then do those nice things without the expectation that they're gonna be all excited and happy. And you know, just kind of, that also ties into something that I do live by, which is just not having expectations. That's not saying that I don't want things to go good or I don't hope for the best, but whenever I'm dealing with people or whatever the case may be, I just know that it can go however, like, it can go any type of way. So I don't expect it to be a certain kind of way. It just is what it is. I'll take it for what it is and we'll move on as we have to. The next one is, everybody loves to talk, nobody likes to listen. So the better listener you are, the better you are just with people. And that's just something that that has worked for me throughout my life, dealing with everybody. Everybody has always felt comfortable around me. People always just kind of gravitate to me because I just allow people to just talk. Sometimes, and it's not just being rude, like sometimes I'm not even listening, but sometimes people just need to talk. Like, people just need, they just want to feel heard. They just want to feel like somebody cares. Listening is key. Some valuable things that I have learned or have been told is, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. You're supposed to listen more than you speak. And I think that that's very true. So, you know, everyone should work on their listening skills. And this is one that I actually do live by. So it's, you have to believe in you. You have to know your power, know your worth, know your value. So if there's something that you want to do that other people don't agree with or they don't support or encourage, that is okay. Not everybody is going to see your vision, and just, you know, not everyone is going to understand it because it wasn't given to them to understand. It wasn't put on their hearts or in their mind or in their field of view, because that wasn't the blessing that was meant for them, or the talent, the career, the path. So you can't be mad when people don't take to your dream or your whatever, how it is. You have to know your worth. You have to know the value in whatever it is that you're doing. You have to be the most excited and the most passionate about what you're doing. And you can't be mad at anybody else for not understanding it or not seeing it, or, you know, because they'll get it when you get to where you're going. And at that time you can decide if you want to allow people on the train or not. But you can't fight anybody to support me, please, da, 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 da. They will or they won't. But you keep doing you, and they'll catch on eventually. You just a little bit ahead of the time, you know. You ride your wave on your own and go about your day. Next one is to stay calm and composed until it's time to pop off. Because I don't think that you should just always be so passive about stuff and just, oh, turn the other cheek. Sometimes you have to make your mark. You have to stand your ground. You have to defend yourself, or, you know, like, sometimes you do have to let somebody know what it is. That comes with consequences. You know, people say that you never know what somebody else can do and blah, 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 blah. But that's why you stay calm and composed. You observe, watch the scene, know your surroundings, and be aware. But don't just let nobody just walk all over you. Don't just accept just anything from anybody. Blood don't make you family. This is something actually that I have been seeing, sadly, trending a lot more on like social media. Just like, you know, blood don't make you family, and sometimes family will do you worse than friends. And that's something that I have learned. At the end of the day, your family, your blood relatives are still people, and people still have ways about them or that may not work with you. That you may not be able to deal with how they handle people because you don't want to be handled like that. But they're not going to change, and you're not going to accept it. So that's okay. Yeah, y'all still related. Y'all still technically blood. Okay. Okay. This is something that I have learned about myself that I take very serious, but I'm also trying to not. So it says, words have meaning, so choose them wisely. I do believe in that. I feel like a lot of people feel like they can say whatever or do whatever because they're mad, because they're drunk, because they're whatever the case is. But like, and then the other person is just supposed to understand that and just be okay with it. Like, oh, I said I was sorry, or oh, I was drunk, or oh, I didn't mean it, but you said it. So, you know, like, you know what the words mean because you use them, and you use them how you use them. And now I'm just supposed to be like, oh, okay, like, no, they had a meaning and you meant them when you said them. So that don't change. To me, you can't just say something to me because you're mad and think that that's not gonna come up later when you apologize. And like, but you said, you know, X, Y, and Z. So is that how you really feel? And how long have you been feeling that way? Because this is news to me, you know, because for me, an argument is just really that moment. Like, it don't have to be a whole, well, you always been this and you ain't never been there for me. It's like you're harboring a lot more than whatever it is we're arguing about right now. So let's talk about it. Let's heal. Let's get over it. Get it off your chest. What's wrong? That's me. If we're gonna address a problem, then we're gonna actually address it, learn from it, and get over it. This one is kind of long. So it says, everybody wants to be a proud somebody. A proud auntie, a proud bestie, etc. But you gotta watch out for those people that's there for all the smiles, pictures, and congratulations, but when times aren't so great, you don't hear from them. First ones to call and say congratulations, keep making us proud, but don't know nothing about all the hard days, tears and work and disappointment you went through before success. And then I have period success leech. So if you, I mean, I feel like that was pretty straightforward, but you know, just, you gotta kind of watch out for those people who are always there to pat you on the back and say, oh, I'm so proud of you, or you're doing so great, and blah, 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 blah. But they don't have not a hand in your process to getting there. You know, they're not somebody that you can call on or depend on, but they want to be the first ones in the picture. And yeah, that's my best friend. Yeah, that's my niece. Yeah, that's my, oh, you so close to me, but do you know that before this day I was crying for 4 days straight and blah, like, no. Next one is people do what you allow them to do. Not many people will pass up an opportunity to advance forward, to be courteous or fair to you. Everyone is trying to get ahead. Everyone has some place to be. So you decide what you allow and do not allow in your presence. And if it's out of your control, just sit back and watch the shit play out. But don't miss your turn. You gotta stay ready. You got to stay ready, okay? This is something that I do try to live by. Pay it while you got it, so when you're broke, it's not so bad. That mostly goes to like bills and responsibilities and the important stuff. You don't wanna let that be the last stuff that you pay for or use your money for, and then you don't have enough. Or, you know, if you have a chance to get ahead on some bills, like for me to sleep peacefully at night, I sleep good knowing that I ain't got no bills that's overdue. I ain't got nobody that's gonna be cutting something off in the morning. I'm not going to bed starving because I don't have no food, because I don't have no money, because I done bought this and I done did this and went here. That gives me a peace of mind knowing that everything that I literally need to survive is taken care of. I don't mind sitting in the house all for the 2 weeks until I get paid again. At all. Basically, once again, tying into just knowing your worth, knowing your value, knowing your purpose and mission, knowing your goals and dreams and all of that, and not wavering from that, no matter who is on your side. There's some stuff, you know, that people tell you to be nice. You have to kind of, that's why I said you have to be aware. You know, you have to know, okay, I'm doing this and I'm trying this and I've done it to the best of my abilities and it's not working. That's okay. Like, you know, we have to try trial and error for a few things. But if it's something where you're like, I really know I can do this, I just have to put my best foot forward and really give it my all and it's gonna work, then you stick by that until you feel that you have done all that you can to make it work, regardless of who understands or believes in it. And you have to have that confidence, and then gotta be consistent with it. If you have a business, you should be posting your business every single day. If you got a YouTube channel, you should be posting on your channel every single day. You should be participating in Vlogtober. So it's just like, all those have kind of just tied in together of just like, you know, nobody's gonna want it more than you. You have to believe in it, you have to want it, and you have to see it. Like, you have to see yourself doing what it is that you're trying to do. Like, I can see myself doing this. It was meant for me. If you can't see it, then where are you going? You just kind of walking in the dark. Y'all, by no means do I have it figured all out at all. But I know, I have a general sense of where I'm going. So I know the things that do and don't align with that. And once I'm in the wrong field or something ain't looking right or matching up with the bigger goal, I'm not wasting my time or energy on it. Okay. Let's see. This is a positive one because there are some good people in the world and there are supportive friends and family. So just appreciate those that genuinely love and support you, and the rest. Why feed into them or try to fight to make them love you or understand you or be your friend? Or, oh, why? Get with it or get gone. Get with it or get gone. There are so many people on this earth. There is no time, because time is constantly going. That's something we have no control over and we can't stop. So you either take more advantage of it and do as much as you can in those hours that you do have, but don't waste not one worrying about somebody who don't genuinely love, support, or care about you. The topic of negativity: do not engage, do not acknowledge, do not engage. That was a decision that I actively made. Not that I get in drama at all, but I know that when you're opening yourself up to the internet, negativity kind of comes with that, and you can't always control that. Don't acknowledge, don't engage. And the last one on the list, which I don't think is a bad thing, it's just the truth. And the whole truth is that life ain't fair. I used to be someone so hung up on, well, that's not fair. That ain't right. That's not just. That ain't this. Life isn't. Like, as good as life may be for some people, just in general, it's not fair. Let's see. Let's look up the definition of fair. It's not fair. We're not all given the same start. So, fair. In accordance with the rules or standards. There are no rules and standards for life. You gotta just play the cards that you're dealt and try to make the best of it. It's, you know, to some people that may be sad. To some people that just may be, you know, that's true. It is what it is. And some people, they may not believe that. They may not have been through nothing. Life is not fair, and that's okay. So with knowing that, don't take stuff personal. When things happen, trust me, you're not the first or the last person that happened to. So do not let it keep you down. Don't, you know, you're allowed to feel. We are humans. We have emotions, a lot of them. So you're allowed to feel them, but don't let them consume you. Always move forward. Always pick yourself up. Don't rely on anybody else to do that, because then one day if they're not there, then what? You gotta be all about you. You can still be a good person, love others, care for others, nurture others, do nice things, be charitable, and be all about you. You gotta get you there. So that's my little preacher moment. I ain't gonna drag it on too long. Those are just the life lessons that I have learned so far. I know there are plenty more to come, and maybe in about 2-3, let's see, maybe I should do that 25. I don't know, maybe we'll see at 25 what life is looking like, and if we've made it much further on YouTube, I can come back and have this chat. So that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Vlogtober day 7, y'all. 1 week down, like 3 weeks to go, but it's only gonna get better, I promise. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, okay? Leave a comment if you have learned any of these lessons throughout your life, or drop some gems down if you're a little bit older or more experienced. I do believe that wisdom comes with experience and not age. So if you're a little bit more experienced, go ahead and drop your gems in the comments. Let's all teach each other, learn from each other's mistakes, so we ain't gotta all keep making the same mistakes as the people. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow for Vlogtober day 8. And yeah, bye guys.